How is it rocking, Dween Nation? Stay here because we are just about to get underway. In the meantime, please like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. We put out weekly sports content, and we want to continue to build up Dween Nation and the brand that is Dween Sports. Thank you all, and enjoy. Welcome in, Dween Nation. This is your host, Justin Pies, alongside Janoah Agudelo, and Week 5 is here. That means we got game predictions. We got starts and sits of the week. We got fantasy forecast covering every game, every relevant player of Week 5. And it all starts here with some rapid fire game predictions. Last week was one of my better weeks. I missed a couple. I had the Green Bay miss. They were almost there to come back and win. And then the Jets, of course, and the Cardinals. Those are just a few. Obviously, the Cardinals were a pretty surprising shock, and the Jets on that note. But yeah, so we're gonna obviously you know the routine, Dween Nation. We're about to jump into rapid fire game picks. We only have 14 this week, so it's gonna be it's gonna be even shorter. So our rapid fire is gonna be firing. But before we do that, Noah, how you feeling?
Yo, Dween Nation, Justin, I'm doing good. I'm so excited to kick off Week 5 here. Justin, we are now kind of getting our opinions now of every team here in the NFL. What teams are going to make a deep playoff run? What are just some that are maybe fraudulent there, Justin. So as well, fantasy's getting interesting bye week. So Justin, I'm so excited here to break down Week 5 and some of the potential big time games that we're going to be able to see this weekend.
Yeah, I agree. So let's do it. Let's do game picks. Get my timer ready, por favor.
I got you. I'll count you down.
All right, tell me now when you're ready.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right, so we start with Thursday Night Football. We have Tampa Bay and Atlanta. I have Atlanta taking it at home. Drake London has a big game. And then we go to London. We have the Jets versus the Vikings. I got Jay Jettas and Vikings staying undefeated. Then we got Carolina at Chicago. I got Chicago winning at home. Baltimore at Cincinnati. I have Cincinnati pulling out the division victory. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase link up a bunch. Miami at New England, an ugly game. We've seen these two teams play pretty poorly. I'm going with Miami. Cleveland at Washington. I have Jaden Daniels continuing his hot streak. Washington wins. Indy at Jacksonville. I have Jacksonville picking up their first victory on the season. They get some juice from last week against the Texans. Moving to the next game, we have the Bills and the Texans. I have Houston winning at home. They've struggled kind of, but they won last week, and they're at home. They play good. They win here. We have Vegas and Denver. I have Denver continuing to play good, especially on the defensive side. Arizona at San Francisco. I got San Francisco. Green Bay at Los Angeles, the Rams. I have Green Bay winning this one, a defensive performance from Green Bay. Then we have the Giants and the Seahawks, an easy Seahawks win. Dallas at Pittsburgh. I have Dallas picking up the victory. Dak has a good game. And then Monday night, New Orleans at Kansas City. Kansas City wins. Travis Kelce is back.
All right, you're at 1:15 there.
Wow, so I went a little slower this time.
It's fine. It's fine. With the bye weeks, it gives you more time, so it matches up just a little bit there. But Justin, with these matchups there upcoming this week, there's a lot of headline and a lot is on the line there in Week 5. Not just from a fantasy standpoint there, Justin, but there's some head coaches that can get fired, some people that can lose their spots there. We're talking about things that's going on in Las Vegas, potentially there in Jacksonville, and so in Minnesota, they're one of the biggest stories of the season. So there's just so much that's really going on there.
No, I completely agree, and that it's our first, international game of the year, or besides Brazil, but first London game, early morning game. We always know that those games kind of tend to be sloppy, which is kind of unfortunate, but it means more football today. You get to wake up earlier to watch some football. But yeah, so I got 1:15. You are next up. I got your time ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna count you down. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, Thursday night, we have Tampa Bay upsetting the Falcons in Atlanta. Secondly, we go to London, Minnesota. Sam Darnold gets his revenge on those Jets. Then we go to Chicago. Chicago sneaks one out there on Carolina. Then we go to Cincinnati. It's quite a bit of a shootout, but Lamar Jackson escapes Cincinnati there with the victory. There in New England, Miami goes there and shocks the Patriots there, finally, winning since Week 1. Then we go to Washington. Cleveland's kind of struggling. Their offensive line is hurting, I think. What Jaden Daniels is doing there, he's going to be the rookie of the year. Potentially, he's going to have another great game at home. Give me the Commanders. The Jags there host the Colts. Give me the Jags finally getting their first victory. They're home. Doug Peterson's back's against the wall. We go to Houston, my beloved Houston Texans. You know, we coming off a kind of a rough victory there against Jacksonville last week. We struggle against Josh Allen. He goes off for 4 touchdowns there, Justin. Then we go to Denver. What's going on with Vegas? You know, they're not really intact there. And the Broncos, they're playing well defensively, giving the Broncos winning home. Then we go to San Francisco. You know what? I like Arizona to finally break their little bit of the dry spell there and go into San Francisco and upsetting there. Then we go to Los Angeles. You know, there's no Puka, no Cooper Cup yet. I think Josh Jacobs has a good game off the ground there for the Packers. Give me the Packers. Then we go to Seattle. I think Daniel Jones still struggles. Give me the Seahawks. They're in Pittsburgh Sunday night. I think it's a back and forth one defensively, but I think Dallas breaks away late and gets the victory. And then lastly there, even though Kansas City's very injured on the offensive side, they still win with that, kind of riding behind their defense. And, I think Derek Carr struggles.
Wow. A minute 42.
Wow, really? Minute 42. Woo!
Hey, but you got the takes out. We actually,
I,
I like giving ourselves a little bit of room so we can
yeah.
have some coverage in it, even though it is rapid fire,
Yeah, that way, Dween, right there in Dween Nation, they don't have to watch over 10 minutes just for rapid fire. We can keep it under, 6, 7, 8 minutes. You know what I'm saying, Justin? So this is definitely a fun thing, and definitely at the end of the weekend, it's definitely fun to see, how it turned out because this season has been so unpredictable. So that's kind of been the fun of it.
I agree. And like this episode here with like the game picks, obviously if you're like, hey, well, they're gonna win, but like why are they gonna win? How are they gonna win? That's what the fantasy forecast is for. So this is like the tease, the blurb that Dween Nation you can look into and then maybe watch the forecast, see exactly why we think the certain team's gonna win and who's gonna be putting in the points for them to do so. But yeah, so that's rapid fire game picks for week 5. We both went at it, and it was fun. That was fun, and
Yep.
then we're going to jump to our starts and sits and forecast episodes. So stay tuned, and Janoah, send us out.
Yeah, Dween Nation, we thank you guys for watching. This was a fun episode there, Justin, to see how kind of the picks turn out there. I'm excited for our next episode. So, Dween Nation, thanks for watching, and as always, peace.
Peace.